me click again here. Now my sell order is active. If I press Ctrl and T, I can see the results of my order. Here it is here. At the moment I'm in a loss of $3.30.
Okay, in this session we're gonna be learning about candlesticks. Okay, candlesticks, they basically give you information about price, where it has been. Okay, so the blue part that you see here, we call it the body, and then these two brown lines we see, we call them the wick. They tell you where price was previously, and then now we have the high, which is at the top, at the tip of that wick on top. So that tells you the highest price that this candlestick has went. And then we have the low, which tells you the lowest price that this candlestick has went. And then on the bottom left of the body, we have the open, which tells you the price at which this candlestick started forming. And then at the bottom right, or sometimes it's the top right, we have the close, which tells you where this candlestick stopped forming. So it tells you the price at which this candlestick stopped forming. So now let's go to the charts to demonstrate you what a candlestick looks like. Okay, now I've opened USD ZAR. As we can see, we have multiple candlesticks here. So the time frame that I've opened at this moment is 1 hour. So this means that each and every candlestick here represents what happened an hour ago. So this one tells you information about what happened an hour ago, and then this one gives you information about what happened an hour ago compared to the previous one, and so forth. And then the candlestick we see here, this one is the current candlestick, right? It tells you the current price of USD ZAR. So if you take a look at the bottom left to the bottom right of this candlestick, that tells you the current price. Let me just enable something here. Okay, now if we take a look at this candlestick here, we can see that our high is right over here, here's our high here, and then we have our low over here, and then we have our close price. Okay, I can't for some reason I can't put this icon where I need to put it, but anyway, the close price in this case, it's at the top left of this candlestick that is blue that I've just highlighted. Yeah, so if I switch to my smaller time frame, for example the 15-minute, we can see that there's more candlesticks. So in this case, these candlesticks represent a period of 15 minutes for each candlestick. And then if you take a look at the right, you will see prices of the USD ZAR currency. So at the moment the current price is at somewhere here at the start of this candlestick, which is 18.1559. Yeah, okay, that's roughly it when it comes to candlesticks. Let us move on to types of orders. In this session we're going to be learning about types of orders. Okay, so there's two kinds of orders in forex trading. The first order is market execution. This one is the type of order that's executed automatically, like you automatically get filled in. If you buy, you get filled in for a buy immediately, and if you sell, you get filled in for a sell immediately. And then the second one is a pending order. A pending order means that your order will be executed only when the market meets a certain criteria. For example, let's say the price of USD ZAR is 18 Rand, and you expect this price to rise, but you only want to buy at a specific price. For example, let's say 19 Rand. So you can set the pending order where you say, when price reaches 19 Rand, please automatically fill me in for a buy. Okay, so a pending order contains 4 kinds of orders, which is a sell limit, a buy limit, a sell stop, and a buy stop. I'm going to explain what those mean later on the slides. Okay, now let's make an example of a market execution. Okay, now on my MT4 I have open a pair called GBP USD, which is the Great British Pound against the US dollar. So I can see that price has been rising here. Now let's say, for example, I expect price to drop from this level that I marked as a horizontal line. So if this is the case, sorry about that. If this is the case, I expect the price to drop, so I'm going to place a sell here. There are 2 kinds of ways to place a market order. The first one is clicking this arrow here. If you look to the left, you'll see an arrow, clicking it, and then you'll see 2 buttons here, sell or buy. And then in between, this is where you enter your lot size. So I'm gonna enter a lot size of 0.1, and then remember, I'm expecting price to drop. So when you expect price to drop, you sell. So I'm gonna place a sell order here. Okay, let me click again here. Now my sell order is active. If I press Ctrl and T, I can see the results of my order. Here it is here. At the moment, I'm in a loss of $3.30. Okay, so if price keeps dropping here, the more it drops, the more I'm gonna be in profit. At the moment, I'm still in losses. And then now if I zoom in a bit, you can see that there's a dotted horizontal line here. You see this line? It indicates where your order is at, right? Where your order was executed. And then if I highlight here, you can see I placed the sell at this level here. So at the moment, you can see that price is above where I've entered, and I sold, right? So that's why I'm in losses, because I sold here, but price is now above. If price was below and I sold, it means the more it goes below, the more I'm gonna be in profit. As you can see, price is trying to drop at the moment, and you can see as it is dropping, my losses are decreasing and decreasing. Okay, just look, we are at R2.90 right now, and then if it keeps dropping, is the more we want to be in break even or in profit. Okay, I'm trying to wait and see if price will continue dropping, so that I can show you that the more it drops, the more it's gonna be in profit. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's gonna drop anytime soon. Okay, let me not make this video longer than it's needed. Let me make an example of a buy position. Let's look at gold here. Okay, now looking at gold, let's say I'm expecting price of gold to actually go up. If this is the case, then I'm gonna place a buy order. This time I'm gonna decrease my lot size to 0.05. I'm gonna place a buy here, and then you can see that here's my active gold order here. Okay, now I've shown you the shortcut of actually executing a market execution. So let me get into the long way of actually doing it. So the long way of doing it, you're gonna go here to new order, and then by default here the type market execution is selected, and then we have volume. Volume is your lot size, okay, and then you have a stop loss. A stop loss is basically a price where you want to get out of a loss, okay. For example, if you sold, and you can say that if price reaches let's say 19 rand and you sold at 17 rand, that means you would have made a loss of 2 rand, okay. So now let me open another pair and then show you what I'm talking about here. Let me open up NZD-CAD. Okay, now I have opened NZD-CAD here, and I want to place a buy order here. So the first thing I'm gonna do is mark where I'm gonna put my stop loss. So I'm gonna change this line to red. Okay, this is the line where I'm gonna put my stop loss. So if price reaches this price here, which is 0.81930, then it means I'm gonna be taken out of this position, okay. And then the next thing is my take profit. A take profit is where you want to get out of the market in profit. So this one I'm gonna make it blue.